listen, authentic is just the corn tortilla and the meat, and then you put the salsa and onions and cilantro.
Right.
So it has been a little bit of a challenge to say like, no, I don't have lettuce, or no, I don't have sour cream. So I feel like there is a few places here, but because of the feedback of the customers, they kind of change I would say the identity of the place. Like, I don't want to do that with Lou.
Right. I
want to keep it like simple. And if you go there, that's it. That's you're going to find just authentic, straight up like Mexican street style taco.
Welcome to YMI Talking, a podcast where the guests are so good, you'll wonder why the host is even talking. In each episode, you will hear one of the leaders of the Lehigh Valley's vibrant business hub. They will tell you the keys to their success, the mistakes they've made, and what they have in store for the future. Here is the host of YMI Talking, from YMI Insurance, Jimmy Honachik.
We have another episode to talk about, but before we dive into that, you just asked me a question, and I don't know what it means. So mewing, M-E-W?
Mewing. I'm going to be honest, I don't know the spelling on it, but I would presume it is that.
What is mewing?
Well, you know that I watch kids from time to time.
Yes.
Because I'm just the best babysitter nanny out there. And the one kid did this like motion, and I was like, what did you do? And he goes, apparently that's called mewing.
Okay, so rubbing your cheekbone.
Oh, don't forget the little ooh, the little shh, and then the jawline.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just kids' way of saying flex your jawline, apparently.
Really?
That's a thing. And I'm like, where's mine?
Well, you will not catch me mewing anytime soon.
I'll get you in the office.
Yeah, we'll see.
I believe it.
But flexing, well, let's flex about this episode.
Period.
How good was this episode?
I loved it.
It was really good.
It was really good. It felt really authentic too, which, not that it doesn't always, but like she was just very good at being conversational.
Yeah.
And it didn't even feel like we were doing a podcast today. It was just like, let's just talk about you, your business, your life.
Chat with friends. Yeah. Elisa Batista from the Smoothie and Tea Bar and Lou Taqueria. So good. You went there, right?
I did.
Tell us really quick about it.
Okay, so I went there, walked in, immediately greeted by like the two cutest workers ever. Like they were just so sweet. Like, and I think it was pretty obvious. I had no idea what I was doing there or what I should order. But they
tacos, please.
Exactly. Uh-huh. But they just kind of gave us a little bit of a rundown and like really explained like these are the tacos are this, I forget what the other one is called. It starts with a C, but those are those. And then I went on a day that they had like birria tacos.
Yes.
So flexing my Spanish now.
I know how to say that.
And those were really good. I said those were probably my favorite, and I wish that they had them all hours of every day. But they're made with such love that they can't be, and I think that also makes it so special.
That's tough, though.
Yeah. I highly recommend. And I'm not even that big into Mexican food. I hate to say it.
That is something that you shouldn't say.
I know. But if I'm saying it's good, it's good.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, very cool. This episode's great, and here we go.
Woo!
Boom. I think that is me. I'm Jimmy Honachik. I am joined once again by Avery. Thank you very much. And this episode, if you know me, you know I love to eat. You know I love food. And that is what this is going to be all about. It's about flavors. It's about delicious food. And it's about an incredible personality. I am here with Elisa Batista. Did I say that right?
Yes.
I usually check with people beforehand, and I forgot to do that. So I'm glad
you did great.
And you own not one, but two businesses in the area, Lou Taqueria and the Smoothie and Tea Bar. So I don't know where to start, but I'm excited. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for the invite.
Absolutely. So where would you start between those two? What do you think as your baby? Can you pick one, or are they?
They're my babies.
Yes.
It's like if you tell me which one is your favorite kid,
Right.
I can answer that. But
not on camera.
Lou Taqueria, yeah. I would say Lou Taqueria just because it's like my first project.
Yeah.
You know, it took so long for me to put it all together. And then it's been a ride, you know, with trailer and then put it in as a brick and mortar. It's been, you know, a lot of transformation and, you know, and it's a great, you know, space also.
So it took you a long time to get that up and running, and then you're like, I'm going to start a new one. Like you kind of
but I feel like smoothie and tea bar, it's like a simple idea, and then it's easier for me because I enjoy like the drinks that I make there is the things that I enjoy to like drink and eat like every day. And it's something that it doesn't have like a concept. It's not like a Mexican, you know, it's not like a Mexican restaurant like Lou. It's just like drinks that are refreshing, healthy. So it's kind of easier to kind of like bring that for me. It was easier for me to bring that idea instead of Lou.
Yeah. And let's start with Lou. So give us the journey. How you said it took a while. What was the journey to get Lou up and running?
Okay. So obviously my background is in culinary arts. I went to Johnson & Wales, graduated there. Obviously did a lot of different cuisines. And then for some reason I love Mexican food. Even more than my
reasons are obvious.
Even more like my Dominican background.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I ever open a restaurant, it has to be a Mexican.
Yeah.
So when I started like putting stuff together while working in different, you know, restaurants. And when I moved here like almost 6 years ago, I was like, I need to like do something for me. And when I had the whole concept, that's when the pandemic hit. And I was and I was working with restaurants.
Yeah.
And they were like established, you know, like 9-10 years. And like just seeing the sales of like all those restaurants, I was like, oh my God, if I open something now, I don't think I'm going to make it.
Right.
You know, it's like hard. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start with a trailer. And I feel like it was kind of something coming in like Texas and places like that. I didn't even know it was a big thing here in the Lehigh Valley. And then when we started Lou, I had a business partner and I told him, listen, I have the idea, I have the name, I have everything. I just need to put together, you know, the recipes. And then from there, he was like, okay, let's do it. And then it was a three of us. And then I was like, but before jumping into like a whole restaurant, let's do a trailer. Yeah. And then I started looking and I found this guide in Mexico. And I was like, I got to be authentic. You know, I got to like do the whole thing. So I set that up and I told the guy, like, you know, this is what I need. Trying to build this trailer, something small to just start a, you know, small business. And then everything happened. The trailer was delivered to us. Yeah. And then from there, the journey became, you know, trying to do events, trying to get the brand out there. And it has been great since then. Yeah.
What is the name? So Lou Taqueria, how did you come up with the name?
So Lou, it's, I like simple stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I keep it also like authentic. I don't put no lettuce, none of that stuff. So I like simple, and Lou, it's an abbreviation for love you. I'm very passionate in what I do. Like cooking for me, like I could do anything else. If you tell me, listen, I need someone here and get your insurance thing and come and work with me, I'll do it.
Right.
But my passion is cooking. My passion is like food. Like you can talk to, you don't have to tell people anything, and you give them food and you could see that like happy, like dance. I love that. Like that connects people. Yeah. So food for me, it's passion. And I was like, you know, I have to make something that shows like who I am. So I'm like a very simple person. I like stuff really flavorful, good. And then I was like, this is the perfect name for the brand. Yeah. Something simple, nice. And then I think sometimes for me, I thought it was easier for people to pronounce it. Sometimes people it's kind of hard, but I'm like, it's easy, man. Don't think about it. Don't overthink it. Just say it. Yeah. Yeah. But that's when the name came from.
I love that. We used to live in LA, and you know, once we left LA, the thing was not getting authentic Mexican anywhere. How have you taken that? I guess, is that true? Like, can you find authentic Mexican in the area, or are you now kind of the spot for that?
I feel like you can. It's kind of hard though, because you have to also understand where you open your business. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot. After we open Lou, I would say maybe like the brick and mortar would be for me to talk about. I feel like people go there thinking that Mexican is just tacos and then you put a bunch of stuff in it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard because you want to make it as a business. Like you want to make money, you want to make revenue. But at the same time, you have to like kind of teach the people like, listen, authentic is just the corn tortilla and the meat. And then you put the salsa and onions and cilantro.
Right.
So it has been a little bit of a challenge to say like, no, I don't have lettuce, or no, I don't have sour cream. So I feel like there is a few places here, but because of the feedback of the customers, they kind of change I would say the identity of the place. Like I don't want to do that with Lou.
Right. I
want to keep it like simple. And if you go there, you know, that's it. That's you're going to find just authentic, straight up like Mexican street style tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you make the transition from the trailer to the brick and mortar? Like that's got to be intimidating and scary.
Actually, I don't know. I feel like for me, like
I'm a nervous person. I get scared by everything.
No. I'm scared by talking on the camera. But then like doing stuff, I feel like it's like a nice process. Because you see from like coming from like doing events on a trailer, prepping on a commissary kitchen, it's a lot of work. Right. Like people sometimes like I wish I could like give tacos for free, like when I go to an event, or just charge like $1. But like there's so much work that you have to do behind like setting up to do an event with a trailer and not having a kitchen that you can do all of that. Yeah. But I feel like the transition from like the trailer to the restaurant, it's fun because there's like a new idea. Now you have to kind of like design the business that fits already the brand that you created, but that didn't have like the space to kind of welcome people. So I feel like it's fun. I don't know. I like it. I like figuring things out. So I'm like, oh, this is fun. Cool.
And then you get to do more, right? Because with a trailer, I mean, it's kind of just functional. It's there to cook. Yeah. But with a restaurant, you can design it and do all of that. How did you approach that?
I don't know. I just walked into that place and I just started like looking at every corner and be like, you know what? I would like this. I would like that. And also, it also depends on like what you like personally and how you vision the brand. Yeah. Like I vision this brand to be like a franchise that I could open a few different ones, but the same theme, like Chipotle and stuff like that, right?
You don't slow down, do you?
I wish. Yeah. I wish I could be like, okay,
just turn it off a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't. I mean, I feel like when you're passionate about something, you just let it flow. Yeah. You have to be creative and, create new things.
And you did. So let's talk about the smoothie and tea bar.
Smoothie and tea is fun. So there's a funny story behind that. Yeah. So it was not going to call that. Okay. Because I was going to start it with a friend of mine. So it was going to be a partnership. Yeah. But then in the meantime, everything happened really quick. Everything happened like, I think in 2 weeks. Wow. That I saw the place and I was like, oh, hey guys, like you want to do it? And they're like, yeah. But then like after trying to figure out the things, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it on my own. Yeah. And then I changed there was already a name in there. And then I changed the name just to kind of, respect the person that was going to be my business partner, because she was the one that gave me like the idea and stuff. So I was like, I don't want to touch that. It didn't come from me. Right. So I'm just going to recreate a whole thing. But this was while I was doing renovating the place. So then I had to create another LLC and do all the things. And then actually my daughter, Leah, she's 10. She was the one that helped me design the logo and pick the colors. Really? Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out, girl. What are you going to do? I need help. And she's like, Mom, calm down. Yeah. We're going to figure it out. And then we came up with a smoothie and tea.
That's awesome. Yeah. Kids are wonderful, but like managing all that you do plus kids, like how do you find the time?
I wish I knew. That question, I can't even answer that myself. Yeah. I feel like you just make it work. You do. Like life gives you tools, and then like you just make it work. I feel like if you don't make it work, it's because you make an excuse or you just don't want to do it.
Right.
I know it's not easy. I'm not going to say, oh, it's a piece of cake. I wake up and I do everything and I still have time.
Yeah.
I don't have time left, like, for me to do other things. But then I always, like, try to do, like, one important thing one day, like, one big decision a day.
Yeah.
And then everything else just follow through. But I feel like it is tough.
It is.
But you just make it work.
And so you've got a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old.
And a 7-year-old, yeah.
And it sounds like you keep them pretty involved in the business. They're helping with design. What else do they do?
They used to go, when I used to have the trailer, they used to go with me to do events.
Really?
Yeah. My little one, she's not a big help because she eats everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as she's like, she lets me work, I don't care. Whatever. Yeah. But they love it.
Yeah.
They love to, I feel like the part that they enjoy the most is talking to customers. Because they can like tell, like be themselves and be like, you know what? This is good one. You should try it. Yeah. And it's so nice. I should record them when they do that so they can see themselves, because it's really nice to see a kid like really enjoying what they're doing. And it's actually work. Like I'm making money there, but you do you. Yeah.
Thank you. But there's something to that. Like insurance, not a lot of people have a passion for, as you mentioned. But I grew up, watching my dad do it, and he would let me in and I'd get to see it. And there's something about seeing your parents do that and being part of the process that I think is kind of magical and is cool. And I'm glad that your kids seem to enjoy that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
So what is next for the smoothie bar? Like where do you see that going?
Okay. So, obviously I never stop, brainstorming.
Yes.
I feel like I have the space. It's a really small space, but I feel like I have the space to.
And it's in Hellertown, right?
It's in Hellertown,
okay.
yeah, on Water Street. I feel like I have the space to maybe do, because the cold weather is coming, so there's no way I'm gonna survive as a business.
Right.
Smoothie in December. Yeah, let me get a smoothie. Maybe I get one or two people.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do maybe like a food, like a simple food menu that changes, maybe seasonal. So I can maybe have like, sandwiches and soups and hot chocolate and hot tea. So I'm trying to do something small that I could change every week.
I like that.
And that will be something coming maybe for July.
Okay.
Or, the end of summer.
Yeah.
So I can kind of introduce that and people know beforehand.
Right.
When winter hits, I'm like, we don't have smoothies. Like we have other things too.
Yeah.
It's not only that.
And hot chocolate, I feel like that's a great one. That's just me talking about how much I love chocolate.
But I want to make because I make simple things, but I make them my way, like the way that I will enjoy it.
Yeah. And
I will do something different. I don't know, like something fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll put like the marshmallows like in the cup, like, put a little flambe and then go, I don't know, something cool. Yeah. That when you go there, you'll be like, it's just not a hot chocolate. It's like something that, right? Someone put like maybe a minute to put it all together. Yeah. So it's really enjoyable.
How important is that? You've got a couple things that are important, right? Like the product, making sure that you have good smoothies and good tacos. But then the experience is a whole different aspect. Like how do you make sure that that's getting out of your head and to the client experience?
I feel like when I see the customers, like they enjoy what we do there. Yeah. And I also have to like give big thanks to the team that I have. They're amazing. But I feel like even like people giving you feedback and when they eat your product, I feel like that you're doing great when you get that response from them. Yeah. Yeah. So
Avery was so excited coming in today because last weekend she went to Taqueria and had.
Oh, so she waited for me to be invited to go. So be like, you know what? It was good.
I am looking for free samples.
I didn't bring any.
It's okay.
It's too early though
for tacos.
Yeah, you're right.
Personally, I think it's never too early for tacos.
It's never too early for anything. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, they say. But yeah, the tacos were so good. I mean, me and you talked about this already, but I didn't tell you that I had like the birria tacos.
Birria, yeah.
How do you say it?
Birria.
Birria?
You were close.
Yeah.
All right. My Spanish from high school is kicking in. No, but they were so good. I think those are like available only from a certain point in the day.
So it's Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Oh, so I went on a good day to go.
Yeah.
Because they were delicious. Like out of everything, we tried a little bit of everything. I went with a couple friends, and we each got something different to try.
Yeah.
And those were probably my favorite. They were so good.
They're so juicy. And like the flavor. And it's a process. We cooked that meat for like 6 hours.
Do you really?
Yeah. So that's why I feel like my business partner, he's like, we got to put it on the menu every day. And I'm like, no. You know why? Because when you make something special or unique, people come for that. So people already know they have to wait for Thursday, Friday, or Saturday to get it. And it is a lot of work, but I'd rather have a product that I can put out for the customer to consume. And it's fresh. And the meat needs to be juicy. And then the consommé, like the juice, everything needs to be fresh. And then if you have that you cook today and then you're heating it up, it's not the same, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why we just keep it those days.
Yeah.
And it's working.
So worth it.
Yeah.
So worth it.
Do you still do the trailer? Are you still out at events?
No, so we sold the trailer in December. I feel like the trailer was a great way to start. I learned a lot. Every day there was like something new.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was like, what now? What are you going to do to me before I start my wedding in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
But I feel like we are thinking at some point getting a small food truck. Something that I just have to like hop in and drive. Because it is a lot of taking off, like, the generator, the propane tanks.
Right.
It's just too much work. But I feel like the food truck will be a little bit easier because everything will be, where it's supposed to be. And then I think it's smoother after you're done. You just, finish and then get out and leave.
It completely changes, I guess, the dynamic where before you were going to people and going to places and now they're coming to you. How has your marketing evolved? I imagine it markets pretty well because it's good looking, you can post it places. Like, tell me about how you guys market the different businesses.
So I have my friend, her name is Amber. She works with me at the smoothie shop.
Okay.
And she, like, I could be great at anything if I really put work into it. But since I'm working, so it's like physical, like I'm shopping and cooking and then covering for the employee that doesn't come in or, request a day off. I feel like if I would do the marketing, because I was doing it, I would like maybe post like one thing every week.
Right.
And you gotta be active. So my friend started working at Smoothie and then she was doing the smoothie, like the pictures and everything. And I was like, girl, you have a talent.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start this right now. So she's been helping me, do the taking pictures and videos and putting, the description in every picture, which is really important.
Yeah.
Because some people are like, I know what all the tacos look like.
Right.
Like I know the chicken and, but some people are like, what is that? And I want to know what's in there. And then she takes the time to like put everything in there. And I'm like, you're great. Like, I would not do that. I would just put a chicken taco.
Yeah.
Be like, come in, eat this. I wouldn't even put it as a chicken taco. Just put, come and eat it. But I feel like that is really important. And also the look of the picture.
Yeah.
There's like, she takes like at all different angles. And I'm like, I feel like, I just take a picture and that's it.
Yeah.
I was just telling Jimmy before this how much I adore your Instagram pages because I was like, they're just so aesthetically pleasing.
And you see all the colors?
Yes.
I'm like,
I said, I could look at these all day. Like, they're so pretty. So give her a raise.
I told her, I'm like, girl, you should do this on the side too. And I don't care if you're slow and smoothie and then you're working on someone else's Instagram. I don't care. Keep doing this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's so fun. Like when she talks about it or when she posts stuff, it's just really fun for me to see her that she's enjoying doing something for my business.
Right.
So that's the people that I want around because it's going to help me grow my locations.
Yeah.
And then she's the one doing Lou, which it's just, I'm like, oh my God. I'm at home like with my day off and I'm like, okay, I need to get a taco now.
It's nice when you can find those people. Like I was doing all the social media for us for a while. And then it's hard for me not to admit that I'm the greatest person in the world. So we brought Avery on
the
board.
next greatest person in the world.
And when she started posting things, it's like things I wouldn't have even thought of that they're coming up with and making it better. And it lets you focus on the business.
On other things.
Yeah.
Because it's important to obviously do everything. When you're starting, you have a small budget.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, marketing, I'll do it. Cooking, I'll do it. Events, I'll do it. You can't do it all when you start. The business is so small. But now if you really want to expand, you need a team. Yeah. And then but I want to have like the right people around me because I feel like that creates a different energy and it just brings the right people inside your establishment.
100%.
So it's just like a win-win for everyone.
And so that team would allow you to expand if that was something that was in. Oh, yeah. Talk a little bit about that. Like you do see Lou's in a couple different places.
So Lou, 2 months ago, a year ago, I sent the trademark because I wanted to like franchise the name, and we just got it trademarked 2 months ago. Wow. So from there, I'm still, this year I'm taking it slow because not slow, but I open smoothie.
Slow for you.
Yes, I want to know, I want to see how everything's gonna go with obviously smoothie and kind of now that I have a great team at Lou that is like consistent. They're there, all the time. So I want to kind of be comfortable. And then when I'm there, then, okay, let's get uncomfortable because we're growing. Yeah. And then just kind of be like, are you guys on board? So then let's keep growing. But I feel like I need to slow down a bit. Yeah. And then maybe next year see where else or which location we can, open another Lou. Yeah. Yeah.
And would it be in the Lehigh Valley?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not going anywhere. Don't kick me out. I want to stay here.
Well, I was going to say, you're fairly new here, right? Like, this is not your home. You came, what'd you say?
It is her home.
It is her home now.
I'm leaving. No. Yeah, but it feels good. When you're welcome in a place and then, people are... they love Lou. So I'm like, why would I leave? I mean, at some point I would love to be in another state. I don't think that's not a possibility. I could be like, maybe I'll go to New York or, but I want to do it here. I mean, 2 or 3 Lou's around here. Yeah. I think it would be great.
And what brought you here and what has kept you here?
So I feel, it brought me here that I needed a change from that fast paced, New Jersey, New York, lifestyle. Yeah.
Because you were working at restaurants in New York.
In New York, yeah. So it's it's great when you're learning because you can pick and choose any restaurant and you can be like, listen, pay me whatever you want. I just want to learn, and any good chef will hire you. Right. And it's the perfect place to learn and develop, any techniques. But I feel like after you have kids, you got to change everything. Yeah. Yeah. So it's you got to find a place that you can balance, trying to find a balance. I have kids, I want to open my own restaurant, and then I want to do so many things. And then you can only do it. Well, for me, I could only do it in a place that was calm and, and see potential for growth. Yeah. For me, in both areas.
And that was the Lehigh Valley.
Yeah. And I love it. I love it so far. Yeah.
Yeah. We moved in 2020 and we've loved it too. I mean, it's a great place, like you said, for a family and to have a business.
And I feel even people are so different. I feel this big cities, you're just so worried about try to make it every day that you just forget even the little things saying hi to someone. Right. Or oh my God, I love your sweater. Yeah. That will make a difference for someone's day. Over there, it's people are just walking.
Yeah, New York.
I don't care.
I didn't care, right? I was focused on walking as fast as I could and not seeing anyone around me. Yeah.
It's just too much. Yeah. I feel no human being deserves to live like that. Right. They should be this is quiet. Let me hang out with people. Let me start this business. And then a lot of people come and be I'll support your business.
It is a supportive community, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Bethlehem, it's great. You have an idea, you put it together. And people, unless it's like really bad, then, you know, but I think people support small businesses like
For sure.
really good around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate this. We're running out of time here.
Oh my God.
But I got a couple things.
Okay.
So one of our sponsors, or our sponsor, is Hocus Pocus Cleaning Services. They are, you know, residential cleaning. They do commercial cleaning. They'll come to your house. They have a witching hour, and they'll help you like organize a room.
That's nice.
It's awesome. So we always like to do a little segment. If you could have any magical ability, what would it be?
Oh my God.
And that's usually the response I get. It's a tough one.
It's tough. Wow. I would say to kind of have the ability to like be in different places at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I would love to be like 5 me's. Like,
Just clones of yourself.
Right.
yeah, like that would be great.
The world doesn't need any more me's. One is enough. And then anything that we didn't hit that you want to talk about that we should?
No, I feel like we pretty much cover
Yeah.
good stuff.
What's
Invite me again, and then we'll cover.
I've enjoyed this. We will have you back for sure. What like I don't feel like I got this. Like, what's the mission of the Smoothie and Tea Bar? Like, what is the goal there?
I just want to kind of create like things that are healthy, easy, and then just for people to just like go in there and be like, oh my God, this is so simple. That is so good. I can't believe, you know, I had a mango smoothie and it's this amazing.
Yeah.
When you guys go there, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Smoothies are like the most underrated thing in the world.
Oh my God, yeah.
They're so good.
But the thing is, like, when you go to different places, they're so sweet. And then when you're done with drinking your smoothie, you're like thirsty and you need water. But this one, I don't know, for some reason, Amber and I worked doing the recipes. And when you drink it, then there's only one size. So it's 20 ounce.
Okay.
I would never drink a 20 ounce smoothie by myself.
I will.
Because I feel like it's too big.
Yeah.
But then the ingredients, because it's just water, agave, and the fruit.
That's it.
That's it. So when you go there and you drink it, you're like, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And there's also, I don't know if you guys are familiar, obviously, with boba tea, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay. So I fell in love with jasmine tea.
Okay.
I had it in my friend's spot in Doylestown, Taki Ramen.
Yeah.
So they have like the jasmine tea and they have like the syrups and the boba. And then I was like, you know what? If I ever open a place, and this was way before I had the smoothie shop.
Yeah.
If I ever open a place, I'm going to have this drink. But I'm going to make the purees fresh. Because, you know, they're too sweet. Mm-hmm. Like the syrup is just too sweet. And then it tastes like, you know, it tastes like it's already made.
Yes.
You know, it's been, So I was like, I'm going to make it. And then those are my refreshers.
Yeah.
So it's like the jasmine tea, the fresh fruit, and then a little bit of agave. And then people are like, see, I'm not drinking that. But try it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It's like if you're really thirsty, you have that and you're like, oh my God, what did I drink?
Literally, I've gotten thirsty as you're describing this.
I want to bring one later. That's what I'm going to do. I want to bring it.
We might be taking a field trip. Thank you so much for coming on. This was incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, wishing you all the success. I don't think you need any luck with that. You're doing incredible things.
I do.
But thank you for all that you do, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the YMI Talking Podcast. If you enjoyed this and want to hear more content from amazing personalities in the Valley, please subscribe, leave a rating, and drop us a quick review.